Good afternoon, Orange County. We're changing things up today with our Meet the Member interview. My name is Joanna Signorelli. I'm your Director of Marketing for the Orange County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm really excited to introduce you to LCS Facility Group today. I'm joined today by Joe Lepore, the founder and chairman of LCS Facility Group, and Domenico Lepore. He is the general manager, and he also happens to be Joe's son. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, good afternoon, Joanne. Thanks for having us.
Good afternoon. So welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your very busy day to be part of our Meet the Member interview. So let's get down to it. Can you tell me a bit about your business and the services that you provide?
Sure. Well, we are a full-service janitorial commercial cleaning company. We service a lot of different industries, all the way from. See, business never stops.
Exactly.
We service industries from schools, colleges, industrial facilities, medical facilities, even to hospitals throughout Albany, all the way down to Long Island, Orange, Ulster, Dutchess, Putnam, Westchester. So we're in a pretty wide area. We also service our largest customer has two facilities in California and Texas, which we also service ourselves with staff that live in those areas.
Wow, that's interesting. So with the type of services that you are providing, sometimes, unfortunately, they come out of necessity from unfortunate events, tragedies that occur. And right now, the most top of mind is COVID, everything that we are dealing with as a whole. But you're no stranger to that sort of scenario. And I'd like you to tell us a little bit about the day that you opened LCS Facility Group, the specific date, and what that means to you and what your message to folks is about that.
You want to take that?
So LCS was born September 12th, 2001. As you know, the day after the tragedy in this country. A few weeks later, we were called to do some of the cleanup at the World Trade Center in New York City. We were there for about 3 months, and now with another tragedy with the COVID, we are being called to disinfect offices, police stations, fire departments, and trying to bring a healthy environment into a workplace. So it seems that with our company, we get called for tragedy to respond and to make lives better. I'm not sure if you want to add something.
Yeah, for us, it became very important to the people that were calling us that we were a part of the help that they were giving. In 9/11, my father went down to ground zero and was helping clean out an entire 30-story apartment building. To now, being in the front lines with a lot of the medical staff throughout the area, Dutchess County, being with them in these scenarios of we did the testing center for a lot of people, working with county municipalities to be their sole provider of disinfecting when they needed it. So being part of that frontline help in these two major events really took our morale and says that this is not just a cleaning company. This is something bigger than that.
Well, it certainly is. And in a way, with your expertise, you were almost prepared for COVID. You were already doing a lot of the things that became brand new to all of us. Can you elaborate on that?
So every year we attend trade show, educational events just to learn the business. I've been in this business over 40 years and I'm still learning. And when it came to COVID, we were prepared with the knowledge in the medical environment. We had the right equipment. We had the right chemical to battle this virus. And again, every day being part of in the industry that we're in, it's always something that comes up. If it's a virus or if it's anything of that nature, we always are trying to learn more. And by attending, like I said, trade show, in Vegas, Chicago, just to get ahead of our industry to be knowledgeable. So when we get a call in this case, if it's the World Trade Center, or any COVID issue, we are prepared for that. My background is a medical housekeeping. I was a director of housekeeping for hospitals, in various hospitals in New York City area. So when it comes to experience, I hate to say it, we are there to we know what we're talking about.
Wow. That's a lot of responsibility. So I certainly respect you for that. That's a lot to handle. And I'm sure that trickles down to your employees as a benefit to them. But when we got to know each other a little bit more on a recent phone call, you explained to me about a unique benefit program that you have for your employees. And I think now's a great time to elaborate on that, and maybe some folks that are tuning in with us right now can learn a bit about your model.
So, as you know, there's a shortage of labor out there, and for retention, we about 3 years ago we come up with a program for our employees called LCS Cares, which is a benefit that we offer to our staff when things don't go well financially. In other words, issue with the car, problem with their paying the rent, kids in school, sickness. So we offer them monetary incentive with no additional cost for them. Just we have a committee. We go through the committee, and we donate the money that they request from a low $500 to $10,000. We help our staff purchase homes, and then I think it's a great program, and it's been working in a good way. And like I said, the staff helps, with the morale, and it's a good incentive to have. I think it's working out really good. As somebody said to me, take care of your employees so they can turn around and take care of your customers. So a happy employee is a happy customer and a happy boss, I guess.
Well, that's great to hear. In the world right now, there's so many places that are looking for help, and lots of competition on how to stand out. And it's great to hear that you are generous to your employees and really take care of them as your own. Sort of moving on from that, but tied in similarly is your generosity in charitable ways. So we talked a bit recently about the many charitable donations that you make, the services that you provide, and there's just way too many to name, which says a great deal about you and your family as well. And I would love for you to just talk a bit about the ones that you're most proud of.
Well, a couple of well, there are a few, but the one that stands out is Habitat of Orange County and Dutchess County. A few years ago, we donated a piece of property so they could build a house for a veteran on this property, and then we have scholarship. Maria and I have a scholarship for an Italian American to go to the Culinary Institute to be a chef.
Wow.
And so we also we sponsor or adopt families during holiday season by sponsoring an average of 20 families. And my wife and I go out to the store and buy anything from shoes to coat to jackets to items that is a need in the family. The other ones we proud of is comes Thanksgiving week. We go and purchase turkeys, and we give out to local charities here in Dutchess County and various areas. So there are so many that I don't want to brag about it. The Family Service, United Way. And again, one of the proud that we have a scholarship from, and also the Catholic schools we also need. So I apologize. There are so many out there that we tried, and mostly we like to take care children, children hospitals, and so we're proud of that, and we are proud to give it to the community, because sometimes when you have an extra dollar, it's good to share with somebody.
Absolutely. I think that's wonderful. And, talking about those things, the general public doesn't always get to know about them. So I think it's great to talk about it. It's a humble brag. It shows that you are involved in your community. You are involved in showing the art of business and the art of family business. All of this points to the success of your recent celebration of 20 years in business, 20 years of excellence. That's amazing. Domenico, can you talk to us about this? When we talked on the phone last week, you touched on the idea of the next generation in your family, and what that means to you, and what you bring to this 20-year celebration.
Well, I think the biggest thing that I could take away and bring to the next generation is myself and my two brothers that work in the business now. We grew up in the business. We grew up doing a lot of the work, the frontline work all the way through. So we know through and through what it takes to do the work and the values that we need to continue moving forward, about the family-owned business. But at the same time, we know the work. We knew what it took to do the work. My father said, "You got to learn before you can do." So we took that, and we want to continue that, and taking the values that he has, put in the business for the past 20 years, bringing that forward with the same compassion, same values, same trust, same old-fashioned hard work, for years to come.
It is there is a less family business around anymore, and because that's why there's the value. It's no longer there when in the business, because either the son or daughter don't want to be in the business of their parents' business, and they want to be lawyers, doctors, which nothing wrong with that. But there is a strong value when you have a family business that you have. I'm blessed to have my three boys working for the company. At times, sometimes it's not that good, but most of the time it's wonderful to have young kids that they'll bring the business to a next level, and hopefully their kids will be LCS employee, and their grandkids. So it's a wonderful thing.
That is wonderful, and it's certainly a testimony to your success. So congratulations on that. And I lastly just want to ask you if there are any final things that you would like to share with our viewers. Any pointers on having a successful business, your experience in Orange County Chamber, anything that you'd like to share. And while you're sharing with us, I'm going to show everybody how they can be in touch with you and contact the LCS facility.
Yes, I want to thank you, the chamber, especially you, Joanne. Great job. As you know, there are so many policy and procedures, so many things that from the state, local government, that they throw to small business, and and the chamber sometimes, most of the times, comes across to help small business to put them in the right place. All the policy, especially now with COVID, there are so many bylaws that come out every other day, and business like ours rely on Orange County Chamber to some kind of guidance to say what's next. Because like our business, we are in business to do what we do good. We don't know the laws that the government or state laws or local laws put in place. So you guys doing a great job by guiding business owners the right path, because I never seen so many guidelines that I see in the last 5 years, and to a point that small business sometimes they just give up. But thanks to the chamber, you guys give us guidance, and you give us the right way to do it.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that, and it's been a pleasure speaking with the both of you and giving a chance to put you in the spotlight to our membership and to our viewers. So thank you again, and here's to 20 more years plus that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You both have a wonderful day. And thank you to our viewers. Thank you to Joe and Domenico for joining us for Meet the Member today. As always, we like to give a huge thank you to our members, our board of directors, our ambassadors, and all of you who support the chamber, our corporate partners. Without all of you, we could not be where we are today. So we thank you, and we hope that you check out orangeny.com to find out what events are coming up next. Have a great afternoon.